for 4 tires. All restarts double file, and the leader at the end of this segment gets a $25,000 bonus.
That adds as much to this race as anything. All restarts double file all night long.
I love that. That's Short Track America Saturday night at its best.
It makes so much sense, and it's really a rule I wish they would apply all year long, not just in a special event like this.
Hard to do in a 500 or 600 mile race with
not really. It'd be perfect.
Well, DW.
Yes, sir.
It's Saturday night.
You got it,
It's
Larry.
time to party. It's $1 million party. Reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time.
Never more appropriate. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go all-star racing, boys. Look at those hound dogs. Whoopee.
3 wide. Who's that way up on the outside? Of course, it's Kyle Busch. 3 wide.
Got to get them while they're all ganged up here, I guess.
It looks like choosing the outside paid off for that 48 car. Let's see what happens when they get to 3 and 4.
He's got company up on the outside. Kurt Busch slides up high, and Jimmie Johnson is going to lead the first lap of the Sprint All-Star race.
Might not be very good news for everybody else, because you get out front here, man, it just seems like you can drive off and leave everybody like we've seen so many times this year.
But once again, when you think, what is Chad Knaus and Jimmie Johnson thinking, choosing the outside, look at the lead they've already got.
No, it's not what are they thinking. You know they're thinking something that's out of the box.
Boy, Kasey Kahne in the 9 rocketed out of that second pack. He has caught Matt Kenseth. Kenseth is going to have to deal with him for 5th place here in about a lap. Ryan Newman and Kyle Busch behind him. Kyle started 13th. He's picked up 5 spots.
Yeah, he's making a lot of good moves, but looks like that Jeff Gordon's experimental setup might be working off the well, too. He's hanging right here, and here comes that 18 car on the bottom. That hadn't worked very well for a lot of guys.
3 wide, Newman in the middle of that sandwich.
Whoa. Kahne had to get out of the gas. I think he might have gotten into the fence.
But you know, we're not surprised at that 18 car. He qualified right up at the front, but in qualifying it included a 4-tire pit stop. They had a lug nut penalty that cost them 5 seconds in qualifying.
2nd place, Junior on the bottom.
Look at that old white 88 car now. It's on the move, looking pretty good. Whoops, pushed up a little bit there in the middle of the corner.
And boy, when he did, Jeff Gordon in that 24 car just pulled right up to his rear bumper through 3 and 4.
You know, these cars are just so fast, Larry. They have a hard time hugging the bottom. I mean, this track normally is a bottom feeder here, but it looks to me like the speed is up at the top where you can keep her wound up.
Well, that's exactly what Kurt Busch in the 2 car and Matt Kenseth in the 17 back in 5th are doing. They are working the high side of both ends of the racetrack.
Whoa, June, look out.
Here comes Gordon on the inside of his Hendrick teammate, Dale Jr., but now he's got Matt Kenseth alongside in the 17.
Tell you, that 17 car looks fast, Larry, and you know, based on what we saw out of that 26, his teammate in the other race there, those cars have got a lot of steam on the hood tonight.
Just get such a great run off the corner when you keep that thing wound up on the high side.
There's just so much grip up there. It's shorter around the bottom, and normally that's the way to go here, but man, you get off the corner with so much power.
Jimmie Johnson with a 2-second lead. Kurt Busch has broken away from the pack, which is Kenseth, Earnhardt, Gordon, and Kyle Busch.
I believe Kenseth, if he can get out of traffic, he may have something for the leader up there if he can get to him.
Well, we know we have that 4-tire stop coming under green. They call his pit crew the Killer Bees. They'll pick him up some time in there.
Got a pretty good pit box, too. He's in early off of turn 4. He likes that spot.
Kyle Busch on the outside of Dale Jr., 5th place. Give it to Kyle Busch.
Yeah, it looks like Junior's car starting to fade a little bit. That 24 car isn't fading, though. Here he comes, and he's a bottom feeder.
Boy, Junior, I think, got in trouble big time over there in turn 1 and 2 in that 88 car. Had to really jump out of the throttle.
Yeah, Larry, the handle is gone.
Mark Martin and now Ryan Newman go past the 88.
7 laps, and already the car's looking like it might be getting real bad loose with him.
Kyle Busch coming. Matt Kenseth, his next intended victim. Busch's last lap was 0.3 faster than Matt's.
And it looks like that 18 car can go about anywhere he wants to go right now because he's run the bottom and he's run the top. I tell you, a car that's on the move. Tony Stewart had a miscue on his qualifying. He was supposed to get 4 tires. He left after 2. Started back in 15th. He just cracked the top 10. Moved in the 10th of that 14 car.
That was very kind of you to call that a miscue.
That was a huge miscue.
That was a driver with his brain kicked out of gear.
Tony said he was concentrating so hard on his launch out of the pits.
Welcome to the top 10, bud. Good job.
There you go. When the jack went down, off he went. They still had 2 tires to change. He says, back in a minute. I'll be right back. Then he backed up and got the other 2 tires. No penalty.
We thought that 24 car might have been fading just a little bit ago, but now he's pulled right up to the rear bumper of second place Kurt Busch in the 2 car.
Dick Berggren.
Well, Dale Earnhardt Jr. just playing his loose, and he's having problems with the right front settling in on the bump stop, Mike.
It's just falling over on the right front, that's all.
2 by 2 for second and for fourth. And they tuck in line for fourth, but for second, Jeff Gordon's going to try to steal it away down in turn 1.
It doesn't matter what kind of season Jeff Gordon's having. When he comes to All-Star Weekend and that old $1 million carrot's dangling out there, Big Daddy ramps it up a notch.
He's the money man. Trust
me.
sir. Won more $1 million race than anybody I know.
Jimmie Johnson with a 3-second lead over Jeff Gordon.